spirits high, let's aim for the sky. You've just gotten your access granted. Welcome to Cip Cip, Conversation in Paradise. We're here for meaningful conversation, full glasses. Sit back, you're exactly where you need to be. Clink, clink, sip, sip. Wow. All of this with nothing to drink. But welcome to Conversations in Paradise. Sip, sip. Conversations in Paradise. Oh my goodness.
How you jumping straight to the conversation without no sipping? You're not ready.
I'm not ready. Welcome to our 40th attempt at recording a podcast. We're not going to do any big fluff because we want to make sure that we're getting it right this time.
Yeah. And this time, we're face to face.
Aren't we? Oh, maybe that's why it didn't work.
Maybe.
Shed a tear. A little tug tear. I'm going to let my guest introduce herself. I have not decided what I'm going to call myself for this podcast. So we'll just say host. So I'm host, a.k.a. the bestest, a.k.a. God's favorite, a.k.a. you could never.
Don't.
And I would like to introduce you to...
I'll be humble for now.
Yeah, be humble because I feel like there's reasons why we didn't release last year's one because we've had some major news and some big changes. So introduce yourself.
So let me start off by saying that I am God's favorite, aka Sophia Loren Smith, aka daughter of James and Patricia Pratt.
Oh my.
AKA mother of Summer Smith.
Whoa.
AKA wife of Harry Smith.
Resume.
AKA alumna of College of the Bahamas.
Ooh.
AKA master's degree holder from University of the West Indies.
We should have put a time limit. AKA
class of 2028. Master's degree at Harvard University. AKA Smitty on the track.
AKA.
And so many other things.
So fine, but she left off the best part. The main and most important part of this, minus her being God's second favorite, is that she's also my best friend. But she doesn't care about that. And that clearly is not ranking in her top 10. I'm sure that was a top 10 you just gave her. I want to thank you for being the first person on my podcast.
Again. And
also for encouraging me to continue to pursue this and making sure that I see this project through.
Accountability is a must.
And if your best friend don't give you accountability, she not ready. That's going to be the title of this episode. So we're going to talk about what Cip Cip means. Obviously, it's CIP, which is a play on sipping on something. And today, before we get started, we want to just talk about what's in your glass and what flavor of paradise are you channeling right now if you aren't literally sipping on something?
Well, earlier today, I had boba margaritas. Maybe two too many. Literally two.
That was too many.
And then...
The story is out right now. You're the breakout sidekick. Who is going to be playing you in this movie? Put people on the spot, but you're also very creative, so I know who this is. We're talking about my movie because now we already know this is going to make us mega stars, and then we're going to get a movie deal, and then we're going to have to pick the characters who, like the Hollywood. It could be an unknown person too, who's going to play you in my movie and what your catchphrase is going to be. You're also going to have to tell me what kind of movie it's going to be. Like, is it going to be a thriller? Is it going to be a comedy? Is it going to be action? What type of movie is it?
Let's start there. It could be a comedy with like a little bit of mystery, sort of like, I can't remember what it's called, but like with The Rock and Kevin Hart does, like, they're agents, but they have laughs along the way. So it's like more like we're on a road trip.
Right.
And it's comedic, but there's
a purpose to this
foolishness
trip
happening that's gonna, some sort of danger that's going to add to the tension of the storyline.
Are you saying I'm always in danger?
But we're not going to get hurt. It's just to add to the... You don't want it to be a bland story. So
this is true.
You want excitement.
And then I don't want to have to do no stunts, although I'm not playing myself in this movie.
Right.
Okay.
Who would I want to play me? She doesn't look like me, but maybe they could make her up. I want Regina Hall to play me.
I do like her. Hello, Moto. What is that? Oh, they don't even pay us. We're deleting that from the segment. No free advertisement. Okay, no free advertisement. Okay. So now you have 60 seconds on the clock to pitch to the audience why you earned the title of my best friend. Go.
Because I'm amazing.
Elevator pitch. Sold. Sold. All right. Now we're going to go through another major one. It's going to call.
Like, hold on. Before you move on, like, how did this even happen for real, though?
What is that?
When did
you
we
had many
decide?
times
Like, when did we decide, like, this was it? Like,
that we were going to be. I felt like both of us just was left with no other choice. And then people realized, oh, yeah, they're hanging together. So, yeah, there's no other room to be Lancy's best friend. We're deleting that because I'm the host. There's no room for the host best friend title. And then for AKA 2028 Harvard Master's graduate.
Yes.
Yeah, there was no room for your best friend either. And then we just got stuck. Because I think we had a click.
We did have a click.
Yeah, and I think they just was like, oh, no, y'all two go together real bad. Like, yeah, I don't even know if we decided this.
It was like people in the clique already had their
and we were just left. It was like nobody else picked us, so I guess we're together.
Wow.
Ooh.
We have to change that story.
Yeah, maybe we won't tell it. Won't tell it that way. Like they came today, pull up on this door. I know for a fact you'd be arrested for blank, and I'd be arrested for blank. This isn't really positive.
It's so scary. What would I be arrested for?
Right, y'all? And we gotta remember we had to speak things into like, it's power in the tongue. So make it something I can get out of.
I think you would be arrested for disorderly conduct.
What? Never. Like in a crowd?
Disorderly conduct.
Yeah, no. I think you have me mixed up.
Or fraud.
Frauding what? Like a person, an identity? What, money?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Such high thoughts you have of me.
I would be arrested for hitting and running. Any crime that I committed, it was trying to get away with. Any crime that
it was evading. Because are you hitting and running from hitting somebody or like a car?
A car.
Okay, great. I wanted to clarify that.
On the scene of leaving the scene of an accident.
And that's only from panic, not because you're like a criminal.
That's from panic.
Yeah, and you just wanted to get to a safe space, cry and bawl your eyes out, and then have the hubby tell you, "Don't worry, it's gonna be okay." And
definitely from panic.
Okay,
not because I'm the same.
Lovely. We're going to get into the serious segment of Cip and... No, it ain't Cip and nothing. It's just Cip Cip. So let's talk about this year. Well, not even a year. When I say a year, I don't mean like from January. I mean from when we first recorded the first podcast to now. I feel like there are some major shifts. Not even shifts, but, clarity that has happened for you. I also want us to clarify what we go into Harvard for. And I don't speak French. I mean we as in W-E. What are we going to Harvard for? Just... let us know about how you're doing.
Well, at Harvard, I'm pursuing a master's degree in educational leadership. And I start on June 1st.
Wow, next week.
Yeah.
Scary times. I know you will do well. And this wasn't a thing last year when we recorded. But did you even apply then?
No.
Wow.
No.
And this wasn't even a full year later.
I do enjoy being in the classroom, teaching and learning.
Just not every day.
Just not. Most days I'll say I enjoy it. Some days are challenging, but most days I have a good rapport with the students and they genuinely like me and they know that I genuinely like most of them.
They're gonna listen to this and be like, boy, that's me. She talking about me. What made you pursue education? Like, did you have a teacher that you felt like really was like, lit that, activated that desire in you, or just was that so...
Not necessarily a teacher. There are teachers that have impacted my life along the way, but not so much that I would have wanted to be a teacher. I think it honestly is being an older sibling and playing school with my siblings.
Playing school?
Yeah. And like,
did you do that for fun?
I did. Like we did plays and everything. I had to write plays and that, they had to act them out. And I used to make my brother wear my church dress and I won't say which brother to put him on the spot.
No. All of them denying it.
We just they had to put on a whole Christmas production for my parents.
Your poor brothers.
Yeah, so we would have school, Sunday school, Monday school, Tuesday, a lot of school.
They thought when school was out, they was actually going to be free.
Pretty much.
Little did they know.
Pretty much. So I think in those moments where I was teaching them, because I was always the teacher and never the student.
Even now.
Where I gained a passion for teaching. And a part of that too is being inspired by the teachers in my life. In 6th grade, that was Miss Goodman.
Oh, yes.
In high school, my English teachers, well, one or two of my English teachers because there were a couple that were like,
We'll let them figure it out, or we giving shout outs?
Right. And then in college, at one point, I almost left education and was thinking about pursuing something else. But
What was something else that you was thinking of
I have
pursuing?
no idea.
It was just like
in high
education
school,
wasn't
I
for me?
didn't want to be a teacher. I wanted to be a journalist and an interior designer.
Never knew about this interior
And
design.
then I did my job training
Mhm.
at the Tribune, and I was like, this boring as hell.
Yes, it is. Warren.
What?
You
was
like
this?
this.
I was like, I'm not doing this.
Ooh.
So I was like, that's an X.
They didn't take you out into the field, so you didn't get to see the excitement.
And the one field that they did take me to was, I think, a boardroom of sorts.
Oh,
And I was just like,
Yeah, no.
no.
that's not
I'm
for
not
us.
doing that.
We built different.
And then in college, I went into the classroom to observe. And I was like, these children, wild. Like, I ain't doing this either.
Rude.
But one of my classmates at the time, who was very instrumental to helping me buy my books, was like, no, you shouldn't give up yet. Because I was like, I had like a year and a half left.
What? And you was gonna just let it go?
I was like, I need to do something else because these kids wild.
And you might
I go to
you might
jail.
go to jail. I knew
go to
it.
jail.
I knew he was gonna say that.
No,
And we don't need you in jail.
these kids
We
wild.
need you out here in the
It was
classroom.
discouraging because I went to a government school
Oh.
and we had to observe, I think, for like 3 days.
Mm.
And then we had to teach a lesson
Yeah.
one of the days.
And they knew y'all was newbies.
And like my co-teacher or the veteran teacher in the room, like these kids got into a fight, right?
While you were in the classroom.
2 kids, the minute I got in there to teach the one class, this boy and this girl got into a fight.
What?
The veteran teacher did nothing. The girl beat the boy because she was bigger than him.
Oh my goodness.
And then I
That's
was
not how
just like,
Plot twist.
what the hell? And
Get out.
after the fact, the veteran teacher was just like, yeah, these children wild. It's like they in a zoo. And then I was like,
You just let it happen.
I'm not interested in this bitterness.
Mm.
And these kids wild. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. Zero interest. And it's running into teachers like that because a lot, especially the older teachers in the government system, have like the ones that I've met have a really negative outlook on how these children are.
Oh.
And I'm like, I can't subscribe to that.
Right, because I was
and
learning and I grow.
It impacts the way that they treat
The
these
children.
kids.
And how the children
And
receive anything that they have to say.
I'm like, there has to be a time when you have to decide, I need to leave. I've lost my passion.
Yeah.
I need to leave.
I'm doing more damage than good.
Right.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. So what do you think has kept you?
I still have my passion. And I
Oh,
love
that's
what I do.
good.
I feel like teaching English is my passion.
Mhm.
Teaching literacy is my purpose. So
Tell us
I
the difference.
think like for me in my lifetime, I've been really blessed with finding my passion and finding my purpose. The difference is with teaching literacy, I have a bigger impact on changing someone's life because they go from, I don't know how to read. I'm a struggling reader. I have low self-esteem.
Because
I feel like an idiot. I feel dumb. To this isn't as hard as I thought it was.
Oh.
And now I'm able to do this. And because of this work that they've done with me, they build confidence. They're willing to try. They gain an appreciation for books. They do better in school. And it impacts their character more than just being a regular classroom teacher, because you would have some students that come into your space and they're, let's say, I teach 6th grade now, but they're reading at a 2nd grade level. Like I've met a kid, I knew he was struggling reader based on his
Wow.
handwriting because he was in writing. It wasn't legible. And
it wasn't letters either.
It wasn't letters. It wasn't words. It was just scribbled.
Oh.
And I'm like, I need to test you.
Yeah.
And so I pulled him on the side and I tested him, and he was like at a pre-K level, and he was in 7th grade.
What?
And I'm like, how did you make
happen?
it here? And then I had an interview with his mom,
Mhm.
and I was like, I need you to tell me, like,
What's going on?
You as a parent should know where your kid is at. You might not know the gravity of it, but you
Yeah.
should know that he's
With that.
struggling.
Yeah.
Now, from your perspective, parent, what have you observed over the years? And so having that conversation, and it's just working with families like that, and they reach out and share their gratitude, and they share
Oh,
the impact that you've had. Like, he's graduating high school this year. I met him in 7th grade.
wow.
He's graduating, and he's like sending me his graduation photos.
Oh,
You
don't
know,
make
so
me cry.
so it's things like that where I'm like, this is the impact.
That you're
And it
having.
makes me feel like that's my purpose, because I'm planting more seeds in their lives versus I'm teaching you a curriculum. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm doing a good job at it, but if you get it, you get it.
If you don't,
And then
don't.
you go. But I think too, because I'm able to work at my own pace with the literacy stuff, then I'm able to be more intentional and ensure that I'm impacting the individual that I'm working with. When I'm teaching language arts, I'm working with larger groups in a school, doing what the school mandated.
Ah,
And
okay. So literacy is something that you do like hands-on, maybe like tutoring one-on-one.
Right. Or
Okay.
small groups.
Or small groups. Okay. Wow, thank you for that. I wish like a lot more people would, one, choose the area that they have passion for and refrain from doing more damage than good, because I think we're all aware where we have burnt out or this is no longer serving me. And we should be able to honor that in a way that doesn't cause a lot more harm to more bodies.
Especially
right?
when you're working with young people.
Yeah, especially in kids, formative years. And you need to be able to pick up on whether or not the child is struggling, because like no one else, he went through how many teachers and no one was able to say, hey, we need to do some one-on-one time, whether it's myself as the teacher or I call your parent in or I source some free resources that are available to you. Yeah. See, I know you were great. Thanks for sharing that. So in your own personal space, because you know you're great at literacy and you're pursuing a transition out of the classroom formally, what do you have in mind to do and to build up on that?
Well, it's not necessarily something that I have in mind, because I'm pretty reserved. I believe in staying in my own lane. I don't really like the spotlight on me, because when the spotlight is on you, then people expect you to be great. And I'm just like, no, I don't need the pressure.
Wow.
So what I'm finding is, because I care about what I do and I do it well, people are coming into my space. It's not me like going and saying, oh, I'm such a great teacher, or I'm doing this, that, and the next. It's like people are walking past and observing. People are talking about what they're seeing and whatnot. And so it's causing people to come into my space. And as a result of that, I'm being invited to do these different things.
Oh.
So I'm being invited to, like, one particular invitation was, oh, would you be the summer school coordinator? And I'm like, okay, I believe in stepping out of my comfort zone and taking on different opportunities. So going into that space and then doing that well. And now I'm seeing more. And I'm just
getting the work done. So I know you mentioned that, because if I've learned anything over this past weekend through interacting with your work colleagues, is I think we're all aware that you do things with passion, you do things with intentionality, and you do things well, right? Because I understand you have this mindset that if I'm going to do it, I might as well give it 110 or just not bother. But you just gloss over, doing summer school.
Yeah, I was a summer school coordinator.
Tell me about this program and what impact you feel, what impact it's having.
My school that I work at now, when students are in danger of failing their grade level, they have to do summer school.
Okay.
And a part of that is inviting teachers to be summer school teachers, and then inviting someone to lead that as a coordinator. So I was invited to, initially, they sent out the email for teachers, right? So I was like, okay, I'm interested in being a teacher. Sure.
I'll do this.
And then the principal at the time reached out and said, I want you to be the coordinator. Would you be interested in doing that? Mm-hmm. And I said,
no.
Sure. Because she was a new principal, and I'm just like, I'm trying to be the, I'm not trying to be the token. Not even the token. I don't want to like close doors before you even know me, I don't want to shut down opportunities because you're new. And
you didn't even think, well, let me help her out because she's new here?
No.
Okay.
Because she's been in it for a while, but she had already reach out to me in different ways for different things. And she too had already said, like, when she started, she did a lot of observing, right? And she's like, I see how you roll.
I like it.
Like, pretty much, you deserve anything that comes your way.
Oh.
And so I agreed to be the summer school coordinator, and through that leadership piece, did a lot of praying. I always ask God to lead me in whatever I take on and direct him, because I'm just like, for me, I want to be a leader that I would want. So it's now when it comes to kids, leading is easy for me. It's sort of innate. I don't know if it's because I'm the oldest of my mom's oldest child. Like,
yep,
it's innate. And so with kids, I have that automatic, I'm the head person in charge in this room. I don't care what grade level. If I walk in, I'm the head person in charge.
I'm controlling this room.
With adults, it's like, ooh, like teeth gritted, like, are you going to buy into what I have to bring to the table? And so it was really and truly setting a foundation of, what do I want this leadership style to be like? What type of leader do I want to be to these teachers? How can I get them to trust my leadership? And how can I make this engaging for them as well?
Oh, that's good.
Right?
That's great. You can even take that into any. I like that.
So with that, before summer school started, I held virtual meetings to say, this is what the curriculum looks like. This is what you can expect. These are your resources that we have available, but I will print these out and have these laid out for you for when you come.
Listen, doing it at 110%.
Child!
Yes.
And so I had all their resources laid out, all the materials that they needed laid out. I set up their spreadsheets and whatnot, shared with them their lesson plan templates and things like that. And then once we got into the building on the ground, I met with them every week at the beginning of the week just to say, this is what to expect this week. I sent out an email every week. And at the end of the week, I sent out an email to thank them for the work that they did that week. And then met with them just to get ideas, like, we want to make summer school fun. What could we do? What should we do? What could we bring to the table and things like that?
So the kids are engaged.
And then I supported them with those kids. Like, every day when I got into the building, once the kids came in, I did rounds. I walked into every single classroom. If your kid was not meeting expectations, come, you got to go. Let's go. Come. You got
where we going? Where we going?
Home.
Oh.
I said, if you were not getting it together, yep, you clearly don't want to be here. We here for you. We trying to help you. You ain't coming here to stress us out. Pack it up and go home.
I like to tell the truth. I was an adult. You know what I could be doing my free time?
That part.
Okay.
And one kid was so stunned, he thought I was joking. I was like, no, pack it up. Let's go. Come. Let's go.
To the people, them children.
And so the teachers are really grateful to have that support, because sometimes the kids give so much pushback that they just tend to ignore the kid not meeting the expectation.
Yeah.
And for me, it was, this isn't an optional expectation. You ain't in dress code, let's go. Nice. You aren't meeting expectations, let's go. And so even with grades, I followed up with teachers. Are your kids passing this week? What else do we need to do to support these kids? All right, since the kid is failing this particular assignment, they don't have this free time for the day. They need to be doing their work.
Wait.
So I think, and I communicated with parents, if not daily, weekly, to bring them up to date on their child's progress. And so
that's not like a lot of work.
It was an opportunity to just see what leadership for me would look like in this space. And it went pretty well. And then after that, they tried to invite me on a couple other things. And I had to say, Respectfully, I declined. Respectfully.
You got me one good time. One good time.
Then shortly after that, they started inviting, they wanted me to be a coach. I was like, no. And then after that, I got invited to do the DR piece.
What is the DR piece?
The DR piece. So one thing that a lot of people would observe about me and my class is it's, for the most part, mostly interactive and engaging. And I design a lot of my curriculum stuff. Like, even though the school gives me a curriculum, I have to put a Smitty on the track, Smitty the teacher spin on whatever that is, because it's boring. You got to fix this.
Who's Smitty the teacher?
Smitty the teacher is me in the classroom. So as a person, I think initially I come off as really reserved.
Yes.
Sometimes introverted.
Yes.
If you want to see a different version of me step into my classroom.
The extrovert.
So it's like I like to tell the kids in the classroom I'm Beyonce. Like I'm performing. Like we are
We
doing
on. This is the stage. The fan is blowing, and I'm here.
Everyone
Center.
on mute.
Everybody might unmute. Nice.
Right? So when people interact with Sophia outside of the classroom, they're gonna get a completely different version.
They get Michelle.
Shit. But inside the classroom, listen, that's my job. And so Smitty, the teacher, is just a dynamic educator that knows that students that come into that space dislike reading, they dislike writing, and I'm going to help them to gain an appreciation for the subject by any means necessary.
Nice.
And that could look a variety of ways. Like in my classroom, we do art, we do music, we do all sorts of things.
In English?
In ELA. Yep.
In English language class. Boy, to have a teacher like you, I don't know if that sounds like a lot more work. I doing a lot already. But that does help me stay engaged because English can be the non-exciting subject, if I can be honest. Well, thank you for that. And so now that you've told us a bit about yourself, I'm going to give you a moment to tell the audience about me. So we're now in the deep sips and spotlight. And the question would be, what is something people completely misunderstand about me that you wish they knew?
I think the biggest thing for me is you have a really big heart.
I do?
And a giving heart at that.
No, I know about that.
But people, when they initially interact with you, might not get that right away.
It's getting propaganda. Yes,
like you're very giving of your time, of yourself, of your resources if you have it. And that's not something that is like seeping off of you. I feel like you have this mask up.
What do you mean? But hold on, time out. What do I have going on?
Like you wear this mask at times.
Who I wear this mask with?
This
whole weekend, I feel like I have not been wearing a mask.
Not this weekend.
Okay, great. I've been doing great. In life? Yeah, well, I have to. Everybody can't get the real me. Imagine if I was for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the word that you use best is there's this indifference. And that's not really
a good thing.
You, for the people who you care about.
Yeah. I do practice indifference until there is meaning.
Right. I think that's what it is. And that could be deep. Sometimes it takes a lot of layers. You have to dig deep to get to the...
Yeah. Sometimes the people got to do the work.
Yeah.
Right? I can't just be out here free. Because I'm awesome.
You got to work hard.
Oh, thanks for sharing that. A lot of people can think I'm decent.
Yeah, you are decent.
Oh.
You show up.
Do I?
Without a doubt, you do show up.
I think I learned that from you. I would share a story, but I don't want to. I feel... No, I'm so positive, but I don't want to cry right now. So...
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I don't want... Because the way that you have shown up for me... Yeah. Nobody has a best friend like you. I wish everyone could experience life with you in their corner. Not Andre calling me back.
And the sucky part is there have been times where I felt like, at times still do, felt like a horrible best friend. And I want to talk about that a little bit because you have always been like...
This is not the podcast for this, Sophie.
This can be the podcast for this today.
I deleting all of this.
Out. Like, I always felt like, and I can be a little vulnerable in this space. For me, like a lot of my adult years, like navigating motherhood, marriage, and just a separation from my family, like I've always felt like I've struggled financially. Like I joke about it. I've struggled financially because bills have always been big in my life, and not necessarily by bad decisions, but just life choices of paying tuition and going to school and all those things. They just kept me popped down. And so when it came to like showing people that I care about them, especially through gift giving and stuff.
I don't care.
Like, yes, but I understand that you didn't care, but I always felt like because I was unable to.
No.
Like, because I was unable to do that, or felt like I was unable to do that, or give in that way, or show, like, I know you like chocolate cake, but I can't afford to buy no chocolate cake. I know you like, lavender and things like that. And I can't afford to do this or do that.
I have expensive tasting.
I always felt like, but then the other part of it was you were always giving to me, you know?
Oh, stop
Like, you would
it.
always, like, you would bring me, like, whole cakes, and you would bring me, like, you know, you sent me, like, this box of wine. Like, it's every moment.
I sent you a box of wine.
Yeah, you did. It was great.
That's why we named this Cip Cip.
Yeah.
Got it. Aw.
So it was like, it was always these moments of you so into me. Like, you gave me my scratch off mops. I still love those, by the way. My wine opener, this
Aw.
vegan cookbook. Like, I have them all, so I could pull them all
Wow.
out. I could pull them all out,
Oh,
except for
wow.
the cake and the wine.
I don't even, thank you for saying
And I
that.
always just felt in that way like our relationship was one-sided,
Never.
if that makes sense to
Never.
me. I was just like, oh.
I have to get through this podcast. 'Cause I don't care about these things. And I feel like when I say, I think the biggest thing that I've gone through in life, like the most profound impact it had on me was losing my dad. But I didn't just lose him. There was this period where he was in and out of the hospital. Even when I didn't have a vehicle, like you would go and take him. I don't know who would have done that. And you knew that I didn't have like the best of relationship with him. But in that moment, he was still a friend enough to know that this, like later on, this is something that I would want to have happen. And I can never pay you back for just showing up for me in those ways. And that's the way, I don't know, maybe that's my love language. I give gifts, but I think it's more meaningful when people show up for me, particularly in a way that I can't show up for myself. And you've done that countless times. And not even just with my family. The way that you show up for me with your family, with your daughter, I can't. Like the way that you've included, I never felt like I didn't have someone like going on. It's probably why.
I'm not taking the blame for that.
Yeah, like that was so, even if I'm giving you a cultural look, I'm trying to like go through shit myself, like you always checked in, always told me how much I meant to you. And that like I don't even know if I could have ever been depressed with you as a friend.
I will say, you don't have to include this in the podcast.
Just delete me.
You don't have to include this in the podcast. There was a moment when you ghosted me, and I felt like the worst friend ever.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I was like, oh my God, she cut me off. I don't even know what I did. I'm like, I can't reach her. And after the fact, we talked about it, and I understood what you were going through. But I was just like,
it's going to bring me out of it. And I didn't want to be. I felt like I wanted to hold on to this anger with myself because I should have left that situation long before then. And then I felt like I was moving in a time where I wasn't moving in time with God. And then you'd bring stuff like that up, and I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to. I wanted to hold on to that anger. So I'm sorry for that. Like you could never, ever.
For a
not
really
be my
long
friend.
time, I was like, it's me.
Oh my
I'm like,
goodness.
one of the most important friendships
to figure it out first.
in my life
I really
is
wanted to figure it
over.
out. Aw.
Like, I'm on Facebook messaging Evelyn, like, could you please tell me if Colossi's
Girl, and I was so mad at her. She would,
I'm like, I'm trying to reach
between
her.
you and that line, y'all check. I
I'm
had
trying
people
to
in my
reach
corner.
It's been 11 months. And that part was tough, but I think this is why K-Mall is important to me, because K-Mall was diagnosed with breast cancer. Her mom died from breast cancer. After her mom died from breast cancer, I met her in college, but her mom died from breast cancer. And then because of that, she started getting checked out. And it was like a couple of years. It was like 2 years or maybe after her mom died, she found out she had breast cancer. And so she immediately got her breast removed and like went through a lot. And we have a mutual friend, and this mutual friend was closer with K-Mall at the time, but K-Mall was also a really reserved person. And so the mutual friend would be upset at Kay.
You even used to feed anyway, Carrie,
for not sharing things with her. And I'm like, girl, the girl dying, like back the hell off. Like what the hell? Like give her space. Like what you trying to be mad about is so trivial right now. This girl is
about to not be here for you to be mad at.
I'm like, this girl fighting for her life. Like if she'll tell you what she want to tell you, if she don't want to tell you. And so I think dealing with that, once you and I connected, it was like, it gave me an understanding that sometimes people just need space to deal with what they're dealing with. Because I was just like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, because I don't think I understood what my father meant to me until after he passed, and I had the time to reflect on just, Andre answered back We only would have been just starting this podcast. All right. I can answer him later. Let's wrap this up. I was going to have a hype moment where, I hype you up and let you know how brilliant you are. I did, but I have to repeat it now. So thank you for sharing.
How dare you delete the vulnerable pieces and they get to hear you crying on the pod.
Here's what. When we do the 100th episode and you're back for the 5th time, we could play that.
Oh, remember that time on episode
'Cause
1?
then you have to come back.
Of course.
Because right now
I'm
you
gonna be a
only
regular. You know where I'm graduating from.
Right, that's true. I got to tap in and see what Harvard is talking about, what's going on at Harvard. I like it. So I just want to thank you for being a friend who's always intentional with me and with others and intentional with our emotions, even before we realize what that meant. And in terms of like prayer, in terms of like just saying it out loud, because I don't think, well, for me, I didn't grow up in a community or a home where you would probably know your mom, well, I don't know. For me, I know my mom would give whatever, but that's not something that I heard, right? And words are important. Actions are even bigger. I'm such an action person. You said that I'm a vault earlier, and it's because I prefer to just lead with, let me see what this person action tells me about them before I drop any wall. So thank you for that. I want to hype you with that. I want to tell you, continue being with that. Throughout this weekend, I've realized how impactful and meaningful you are in people's lives, like in a way that I don't think you even understand, because they see, especially, I feel like she sees who you are as a person. And for her, it's very important to have someone like you in her corner because you're such a difference. And I don't think anyone else takes that for granted. So I love her already because I feel like I'll leave you in good hands. Now, we talk about paradise a lot. This is Cip Cip in paradise. So outside of beach vacation, because we know you like water, what does peace and paradise actually look like for you? Because right now you're in Boston and I know you have new hobbies.
Peace and paradise for me look like being in my creative space. And that could be anything. I could be writing, painting. Not that I paint a lot, but I imagine myself being this artistic.
You just all around creative. It's fine.
Piece,
say it.
It's like slapping paint on the wall with a stick or something. I don't know.
I've heard someone does it with a belt.
With a belt, with something.
Yeah.
Like just when I get this home on the beach, I actually want just an art space where I could just be creative.
Do clays, crochets.
Do a lot of writing.
Scrapbook.
I don't know if I have the patience for crocheting.
That's why you have to come back. You mentioned you want to do a lot of writing. We're not going to talk about that now.
I want to learn how to play the guitar.
Yes, this is what we recently realized. Why did we want to learn how to play guitar again? What inspired this?
I feel like it. Like I want to rock out. Like I want to, I want the art to suit my mood. So if it's like tranquil, maybe scrapbooking, maybe it's some painting, maybe some writing. If it's like
loud, it needs to be a guitar.
I need my guitar. I need, to be slapping paint on the wall.
Right.
Maybe some pottery.
I like this.
Clay, whatever.
We were supposed to do pottery before we came back, but when we go back.
So yeah, having an artistic space to create.
Nice. Well, thank you. We're going to simulate a call-in because this is our first show. So I had to have ChatGPT call in with a question for you. So it's Dear Cip Cip, right? We got a chat message from a listener and they're saying their partner hates their best friend. As the ultimate best friend, what is your executive ruling? Like, do they dump this partner or just ditch the friend?
Their partner hates their best friend.
Yeah. What a time.
Boy, do they dump the partner? I mean, I need more information.
I know you need more context. Chat didn't give me that. So at this moment, you're going to have to just freestyle it.
Chat. Like, listen.
You're going to have to freestyle it. And say, make an executive decision. Right.
Pray on it.
That's always what you have to. That's why I just be intentional about when I come to you for advice. Because I want to pray on it all the time.
And let the Lord lead. Because if the partner is the spouse, that's a different scenario.
Right.
And even so, if the partner is the spouse and he knows how much your best friend means to you, then, he would make every effort to love your best friend. I would say for me, I'm sort of in a similar, I initially was not with you.
Why?
With another person in my life who's really important. You know them. I won't call their name. When they first met Harry, and it wasn't like Harry made an effort. This person did not like Harry.
Nobody care.
And they still, I think they have like that cordial, but it was like, for me with Harry, it's like, this person is important to you. So I'm going to make an effort.
Who this person is? Don't say it into the mic. Nah, we don't rate her. So, anyway, she's important to you.
She is. She was my sister outside of me not having sisters.
You have anyway.
Before I had sisters, she was my sister. You understand? Like,
yes.
My sister.
Yes. I understand. My bad.
And so I was so excited for them two to meet.
And then it crashed out.
And then they met, and she was just really standoffish.
She was like, "Yeah, you like him, and I don't like that for you."
And then Harry was just like, "I don't know what else," because they have a lot in common. Like they both like sports, they both like politics, they both like religion, and I'm just like,
"Well, why this don't work?"
It never. And then I had Summer, and I think that's what brought them. So like, a happy medium. We gotta make it work.
Yes.
Because what the hell?
Summer will always be our unifier.
So now they'll interact, but it's not like you and Harry.
Yeah, there's none like me. I'm one of one. You know,
that's facts.
Yeah,
that's
hybrid.
True. Hybrid. That's true. So I would say pray about it and let the Lord lead.
Lovely. Is there anywhere that the people can reach out to you, find out about you, confirm that you, that best friend, actually exists? You want to put any socials out there, any website, any pitch little small things?
So socially, I don't reach out for fun. If you want to book me for something,
right. And that means book with payment.
If you want to book me for something, because I'm graduating from Harvard now, so
yes,
the price went up.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
The sucky part is my socials got deleted.
Oh,
and that sucks because I've had it since Facebook became a thing.
Oh.
So if you want to reach me, it'll have to be through email, readingroom242@gmail.com.
Reach out.
I don't have a website yet. But by the time I graduate Harvard...
Yes. By the time we're all graduating across that podium.
I should have a website. And by then, I might be back on the pod to like talk about any publications that might be out there, any other ventures, you know, for the promo. For the promo.
Only for the small.
Free promo.
It's given email her now because Harvard start when?
Next week.
Right. I don't even know if this can be out by next week.
No.
But either which way, if you reach out and you refer to this podcast, you get 10% discount.
Facts.
Like that. I made that up on the spot, and I love that you agreed with that. So I just want to send a sincere thank you to you for being my first guest. Let's not be strangers. I'm going to sign out. You're listening to Cip Cip, where the drinks are cold, the tea is hot, and paradise is exactly where you make it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And that's a wrap for this episode of Cip Cip Conversation in Paradise. Shout out to you for listening. You can reach out to us at info@cipcippod.com. I hope you remember to keep your spirits high, always aiming for the sky. Peace. Cip Cip. Clink clink.